I'm Rob Laceby. We're celebrating the end of the ski season and also 20 years of BHR. Thanks to Mr. McMinn and his team, I had my hip resurfaced in July 2015 and now I'm back skiing just like I was 20 years ago.
How long?
17 years.
Well done, well done. And you cut all of this?
Of course.
My name's June Moorhouse and I live in Alberta, Canada. I had my left hip resurfaced in June of 2004 by Mr. McMinn. I did a lot of online research where I discovered the Birmingham Hip Resurfacing. I decided that was the way for me to go. 13 years on, I still have a very active lifestyle.
Congratulations to Mr. McMinn on 20 years of Birmingham Hip Resurfacing. I was your patient in April 1999.
My name's Peter Hughes. I had a hip resurface in January 1998. Since that operation, I regularly go out walking. In fact, I've just completed a 9-mile walk. I feel absolutely fine. I would like to thank Mr. McMinn and his team and congratulations on 20 years.
16 and a half years since I had my hip resurfaced at Birmingham by Mr. McMinn and his colleagues. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank him very much for changing my life. I can now play a full round of golf, 18 holes, with no problem, no pain whatsoever. It's changed my life.
My name is Andrew Chato and I'm 47 years old. I had my Birmingham Hip Resurfacing operation March 2015. Following on from my consultation stroke successful surgery, I could now not be happy with the results. I am now fitter, lighter and healthier than I've been in a long time, and that's thanks to Mr. McMinn and my successful hip surgery.
My name is William Brownlie. I'm 70 years of age and I'm a farmer from Hamilton in the west of Scotland. I had my right hip joint resurfaced July 2000 and my left in January 2001. Before they were resurfaced, I had poor movement and I was in a great deal of pain. Afterwards, the movement came back, I had no pain and I was able to resume my farming duties as I wanted to do. I want to thank Mr. McMinn and all his team for what they did for me because it changed my life.
"20 years from my first hip resurfacing, 15 years from my second, still going strong. 4,000 to 5,000 miles a year and 2 or 3 sporties every year. Fantastic, no complaints. So thanks to Mr. McMinn and his team and congratulations on 20 years.
I'm Gary Dimmock, I live in Huddersfield in the UK. I had this hip job done 14 years ago. I can only describe the operation as life-changing and life-affirming. Since I've had it done, I play football twice, I'm 67 now, I play football twice a week. I've just knocked a wall down and plasterboarded it up. I carry rubber around, I chop trees down, I garden. I have a full life, and it's only because I've had this hip job done. So thank you to the old team that gave me a life back.
Well, my name's Clive Mander. I'm chairman of the Ivanhoe Vintage Club in Ashby, but this is my first time on this run.
name's Elaine Brown. In 1948, at the Children's Hospital in Birmingham, I was diagnosed with bilateral congenital dislocation of the hips. And then later on in my life, I met Mr. McMinn. I was about 50 then, and Mr. McMinn said, well, we've got the Birmingham hip, I can do that for you now, which he did 19 years ago. Absolutely brilliant. I really, really appreciate what you've done for me, and the Birmingham hip is wonderful.
I'm James Moore. Derek McMinn performed a Birmingham hip resurfacing on me in 2001. Since then, I have walked the full length of the Pyrenees with some 12 kilos on my back. I have bicycled some 300 kilometers round the island of Gotland in the Baltic. I have been down a crevasse in Antarctica, and I have walked up a glacier in Iceland. And now I'm just off for another long hike up north of the Arctic Circle. I never think of my hip. It never hurts, and it's as strong as my other hip. Derek McMinn quite simply gave me my life back.
I'm Margaret Massie-Taylor, and in October my wonderful resurfaced hip will be 20 years old and I'll be 87. When I was first referred to Mr. McMinn, he said he would do it for me because he knew I would use it, and I certainly have. It enabled me to carry on competing in triathlon and running events, and it's covered many thousands of kilometres. I also love running along this beach, and I can still do that. And I've joined my family in the 5k Bushy Park runs, and I have the record for the age group 85 to 90.
McDonald. Just to say congratulations to BHR for 20 years of their marvellous hip resurfacing operation. I've just had a week's fishing on the Tay, wading in the river, climbing in and out of the boats, which without all the sterling work done by Mr. McMinn and his team, I would not have been able to do. I've my hip done 15 and a half years ago. Now I do everything I want in my everyday life.
I had my first hip resurfaced in 2000 by Mr. McMinn. The second one was done in 2002. I'm currently able to play tennis 4 times a week in ladies and mixed doubles. I'm also able to undertake, just recently, the Tongariro Alpine Crossing in New Zealand.
I'm David Hall, and I had my hips done in 2004, and I had the 2 resurfaced together. So it enabled me to play golf, horse ride, tennis, swim, running, and I'm still keeping it up after all these years, and also doing a Pilates once a week. Really, really great success to you, Derek McMinn, and all success for the future.
My name is Clifford Irish. I'm 81 next month. In the year 2000, Mr. McMinn and his team operated on my left hip and on my right hip in 2001. Since then, I've been playing golf on a regular basis, once or twice a week, walking on my own course, until last month when I lost my dog. I was walking the dog for half an hour every day, and I still carry out my own garden and house maintenance. Thanks to Mr. McMinn and his team, it's enabled me to do all this and live a normal life.
Hello, my name is Michal Pozin-Gabai. I had the BHR surgery when I was 19 years old. It was at July 2001, almost 16 years ago. I needed to have the surgery because when I was 15, I got sick with leukemia, and part of the treatments were steroids that because of them my both hips suffered a lot. After the surgery it was really a quick recovery, and I think 2 months after I got back, I'm from Israel, 2 months after I got back to Israel, I was walking freely without any help, and I came back one evening from shopping, and I was crying, and my mother asked what happened. So I told her that I feel like I got out of jail, and I thank you, Dr. McMinn, for giving me this freedom and the ability to live life fully. Congratulations for 20 years. You are a true angel. You saved my life. Thank you.
My name is Colin Keith. I'm 77 years old and I live in Glasgow. In August 1997, Mr. McMinn carried out an early BHR on my left hip, and in 2012 repeated the exercise on my right. The last 20 years have been nothing short of miraculous. I can walk, run, cycle, swim, play golf and tennis unrestricted. I owe Mr. McMinn and his team a huge debt of gratitude.
I don't normally climb over gates, only just this once. I remember Mr. McMinn telling me when he did my first hip, now no climbing on roofs, and I've always remembered that. And now that was, my first hit was 2000, the second one 2004. So the first one's coming up to its 17th anniversary.
My name is Ian Cahill. It will be 20 years on the 18th of December this year since I had my right hip resurfaced with Derek McMinn, and everything's still going fine at the moment.
My name's Geoff Olive. I had my right hip replaced by Mr. McMinn in 1998 and my left hip in 2005. And as you can see, we've just finished playing 18 holes at Kidderminster Golf Club, and we should be playing another 18 in the week. So although he hasn't helped my golf, I can still get round the course.
My name's Karen Norville and my hips are 17 and 18 years old. I think I was patient number 998 for Mr. McMinn. I was born with dislocated hips and had lots of operations up until I had my hips resurfaced, and I was told that I would probably be in a wheelchair in my 60s. Well, 18 years on, I'm still going strong, and I've just had a fantastic holiday with lots of walking, something I would never have dreamed of 18 years ago, and I'm looking forward to the next 18 years.
My name is Cavin Cornwall, actor, singer, dancer, martial artist, sports massage therapist, and presently in Aladdin the Musical, here in the heart of the West End at Prince Edward Theatre. I came to see Dr. McMinn in 2000, quite distressed, as at the time in 2000 I was at the ascendancy of my career as a dancer and a singer within the West End, doing hit show after hit show and developing a career going into acting in many films and stuff like that. Then I had an MRI. It raised some issues that needed to be seen by a doctor. I went to see said doctor, and said doctor said, I suggest you stop what you're doing immediately. I have an operation for you. You will have a hip replacement. Then afterwards you will have to ask some serious questions about what you are doing with your career, because it cannot go on as it is now. It will have to change. I then sought out Dr. McMinn. He said, yes, you can have your career back again. There's a strong chance it will be as good, not as new, but as good as it can be. My operation was on December the 24th, Christmas Eve, and for me it was the best Christmas present I'd ever had. Not a twinge since. I was determined it was going to be the fastest rehab ever, and I was going to get back to as near as damn it to where I was as I picked off, and literally I have. So I would love to thank Dr. McMinn for that and the celebrations of this great, great, great operation.
My name's Lee Pearl. I've had 2 Birmingham Hip Resurfacings. First one in 2000 when I was 37, and the second one in 2015 when I was 52. It's a phenomenal operation. The pain disappears immediately and you can return to your normal life, as I have done, as you can well see, and I will be playing for Fulham Football Club next season.
My name's Kirk Badger. At the age of 16, I had a bad motorbike accident. Unfortunately, the left hip I damaged was irreparable, so I decided to go to the man that invented the hip resurfacing joint, Derek McMinn, and was assured by Derek that they could definitely do a hip resurfacing. It was there that I made the best decision of my life. At 41, I had the hip resurfacing joint done. Within a few weeks, I was back working. I could walk 5 miles, and within a few months I was back doing sport, circuit training, cycling. So I've been pain-free for the last 11 years. You can't put a price on things like this, they're priceless, and the difference it's made to me and things that I can do now. I'm pretty much as quick and active as I used to be when I was in my late 20s.
I had bilateral Birmingham hips in November 2005. It enabled me to get back to work much quicker. I was able to do things. I'm just so delighted with how things have changed, really. Things like I can paint my toenails again, hadn't been able to do that for many years. I could push a shopping trolley around the supermarket, driving the car, going on aeroplane, commuting isn't really a problem at all. I just can't believe how much better I feel.
My name is Dr. Mike Bloomfield. I'm a retired GP, and I'd like to tell you about my 2 hip replacements using the Birmingham resurfacing technique. My first replacement was in 2001, and that was carried out in Cardiff by a wonderful surgeon called Mr. Maheson, who had been trained by Mr. McMinn. And in 2014 underwent my second Birmingham hip resurfacing, this time undertaken by Mr. McMinn himself in Birmingham. I'm delighted to say that this also has been a tremendous success. I've now retired from work, and my 2 resurfaced hips enable me to have a very active retirement.
My name is David Calvert. All my life I'd been very active. I played local football from being 13 years old, and I had to pack in when I was 63 because of my hip. A friend of mine just happened to say he knew somebody who had already had this done, the Birmingham hip resurfacing. And on May the 22nd, 2001, I returned to the hospital to have my operation. All I can say, it was a tremendous success. The staff and everybody involved with it were absolutely amazing. The care and attention I had, I couldn't wish for any better. My whole life started afresh at that particular point. Within 9 weeks, I was feeling really fit and back to my whole self. No pain, and I went back to work, and I've now taken up walking football.
On Rock Boys, I was suffering with pain in both hips. I ended up going for an X-ray, and both of them were bone on bone. Referred to Mr. McMinn, and he agreed he would do both. All I can say is it's been absolutely fantastic. There's no pain whatsoever. I'm fully mobile. I can't thank them all enough, the whole team. I'm marvellous.
My name's Peter Bradley. I'm here to celebrate 20 years of the Birmingham hip resurfacing operation. I had my operation in January 1998, and from day one it has been a complete life-changing feeling. I met Mr. McMinn and he transformed my life. It took me a couple of months to get my strength back, but ever since then I've carried on life in a normal fashion. I play golf once or twice a week, as I have done for the last 19 years since my operation. I'm now grateful to have the chance of making a video commemorating this celebration.
My name's Steve Barnard. Firstly, can I congratulate Mr. McMinn on his 20th anniversary? And secondly, can I thank him for carrying out his resurfacing operation on both my hips to give me the last 15 years pain-free. Since the operation, I've been able to walk any distance, drive any distance, and allow me to enjoy walking my dogs and playing with my grandchildren to the point where I've had no pain whatsoever. In fact, I have more movement in my hips now than I did previously. I can show you. this I could never do, but I could do that now. And I'd like to thank Mr McMinn again for carrying out the operation and wish him all the very best for the future.
Thank you very much, Dr. McMinn, and I hope celebrations go exactly how you planned. Thank you.
Thank you very much to you and all your staff and all the lovely people who've put me right.
Thank you very much. Many thanks.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Thank you very much, Mr McMinn.
Thank you so much for giving me my active life back.
Thank you, Mr McMinn.
All the best.
Thank you very much.
Very big thank you to Mr McMinn.
Here's to the next 20 years. Thank you very much.